Hello students, today we will continue with isotopes only. As we know that isotopes are the atoms of same element having same atomic number but different mass numbers. They are the atoms of same element and their atomic numbers will be the same and their masses are different. Okay, they are called isotopes. Here we will take an example of chlorine. Chlorine has two isotopes having same atomic number. See, both are having atomic numbers 17 and their masses are different. Mass number of this chlorine, it is 35. See here. And mass of this chlorine, it is 37. So their masses are different, having same atomic numbers but different mass numbers. Now if we talk about electrons, if their atomic numbers are same, it means they will have same number of electrons and same number of protons also. See, everything is same. What? Atomic numbers are 17. Both are having electrons also equal, that is 17, and protons also 17. But if we talk about number of neutrons here, see, number of neutrons, if we have to calculate, it means mass number, it is equals to number of protons plus neutrons, and if mass number is 35, number of protons, they are 17, it means this isotope is having 18 neutrons. And here if we talk about this isotope, this is having atomic number 17, mass is 37 and its number of protons are 17, and we know that total mass of an atom, it is dependent upon protons and neutrons. So mass number, it should be equal to the number of protons and neutrons. Since its atomic mass is 37, its number of protons are 17, it means its number of neutrons are 20. This shows that the two isotopes, they differ in their mass numbers, and this difference in the mass numbers, it is because of the difference in the number of neutrons. So isotopes, they have same atomic numbers but their masses are different because they have different number of neutrons. Okay, so this was about isotope. Now we will study the chemical and physical properties of isotopes. See, chemical and physical properties we'll study one by one. First we'll take about the chemical properties. See, chemical properties, if we are talking about, we know that chemical properties first we'll take. Okay, chemical properties. Chemical properties of the isotopes, they are similar. Their chemical properties of isotopes, it is similar. Now why the chemical properties are similar? Chemical properties, we know that chemical properties, they are dependent upon what? Chemical properties, they are dependent upon number of electrons. Chemical properties are dependent upon number of electrons, and we know that the number of electrons, they are same in isotopes. Since they are having same number of protons, same number of electrons, and number of electrons are same, it means they will have similar chemical properties. But on the other hand, if we talk about physical properties of isotopes, if we talk about physical properties of isotopes, they are different. Physical properties of isotopes are different, and physical constants, they are dependent upon the atomic mass. And we know that atomic mass, see, it depends upon atomic mass, and we know that atomic mass they are having different atomic mass. Yes, and atomic masses of the two isotopes, it is different because of the difference in number of neutrons. Since their number of neutrons are different, their atomic masses are different, that's why their physical properties will be different from each other. Okay, suppose we'll take the example of chlorine only to calculate out their average atomic mass. If we have to calculate out, how to calculate out the average atomic mass. Chlorine has two isotopes, we know that. Okay, suppose the first isotope, it is written as chlorine 35, and the second one, it is chlorine 37. These are the two isotopes of chlorine. This chlorine 37, it is found 25% it is present, and this is 37, it is 35, it is present 75%. Okay, it means 1:3, the ratio is 1:3. One part of this and three parts of this are present. If one part of this is present, it means 1 into 37 plus 3 parts of this 35 are present. 3 into 35 whole upon how many all total are there? 3 plus 1, that is 4. Okay, so it will be equal to 37 plus 35 into 3s, it will be equal to 105 upon 4, and it will come out to be equal to 142 upon 4, and 142 upon 4, it is equals to 4 3s are 12, 35.5. And we know that the mass of chlorine which we use to put in our calculation, it is 35.5. So this is how we can calculate out the average atomic mass of isotopes. Okay, now after isotopes we will study about noble gases, and see so many examples of isotopes, they are given in your book also, so go through the book also. Okay, now we'll study about noble gases. See, noble gases, they have a separate column or a separate group in a periodic table. Periodic table you will study later. Here only you will study, and the deep study, it is in class 10th, you will study that. Okay, so here we'll study about noble gases. Now, what are noble gases? Noble gases, if you are talking about, it is a different category in the periodic table where these gases are present. These gases have their complete octet. Now, this is a new term which you will study here. The first term which you will study here is duplet, and the second term is octet. Okay, duplet and octet. As we know that K shall have maximum of 2 electrons in it. Yes, and helium, it has its atomic number is 2. It means in its K shell 2 electrons are present, and since its K shell is complete, it belongs to this category of noble gases. Okay, now second is octet. If we talk about neon, neon has atomic number 10. Its atomic number is 10. If we'll do electronic configuration, its electronic configuration will be 2,8. See, this is the valence shell L, and it has 8 valence electrons, means it has complete octet. Octet means 8 electrons in the outermost shell. So noble gases, they have stable electronic configurations. If we are talking about noble gases, they have stable electronic configuration. Stable electronic configuration means they do not require any electron, or they do not need to give any electron to complete their outermost shell. Their outermost shell, it is already completed. It has 8 electrons in its outermost shell. So if you are talking about noble gases, then noble gases, they have stable electronic configuration. Stable means their valence shell is complete, and they do not gain, lose or share electrons. Their atoms, they are extremely unreactive. Non-reactive, it is just because they have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. That is the only reason these noble gases are non-reactive gases. Okay, noble gases, if you are talking about, see, all the noble gases, they have their octet complete except helium. Helium's duplet is complete. Okay, all the other gases, they have their octet complete, and if you are talking about helium only, so helium's duplet is complete. Duplet means helium has 2 electrons in its outermost K shell. It has only one shell, that is the K shell only, and that too is complete. Okay, so noble gases, if we talk about like argon, if you are talking about argon too has, argon if you are talking about, it has electronic configuration 288. All the noble gases, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, they all have their octet complete. Octet means outermost shell it has 8 electrons, and if outermost shell it is having 8 electrons, it means that atom is stable and that atom do not gain, do not lose, or do not share any electron to attain stability. Okay, so now if we'll see the reason behind that, see, unstable electronic configuration, if we are talking about, see, its reason is what? That it has complete 8 electrons in its outermost shell. If we are talking about other atoms other than these noble gases, they will have less than 8 electrons in their outermost shell. Okay, like if you are talking about sodium, if you are talking about sodium, then sodium atom, its atomic number is 11 and its electronic configuration will be 281. If you are talking about chlorine having atomic number 17, its electronic configuration will be 287. If you are talking about magnesium having atomic number 12, its electronic configuration will be 282. Okay, if silicon we are talking about having atomic number 14, its electronic configuration will be 284. So all these atoms, they will be either they will lose their electron to complete their octet, or they will gain electron to complete their octet, or they will share electrons to complete their octet and to attain stability when these atoms will combine with any other atom. Whenever one atom it will combine with any other atom, so their tendency is to attain stability, then only they will combine to form a product. Okay, so whenever any atom they will combine, they will always combine to attain a stable electronic configuration of the nearest noble gas. See, it will lose this electron to attain the electronic configuration of neon. It will gain one more electron to attain the stable electronic configuration of argon. It will also lose, and this will share. This will study here only in this chapter later. Now, octet rule is what? Octet rule means having 8 electrons in the outermost shell, and yes, noble gases only, they have 8 electrons in their atoms, and rest other elements, they atoms of other elements, they do not have their complete octet. And if they want to complete their octet, they can do it in two ways, either by losing or gaining electrons, losing or gaining, G-A-I-N-I-N-G, gaining electrons, or by sharing electrons. Okay, these two are the processes by which atoms can attain stability. One will lose electron and the other will gain, or they will share electrons between themselves. These two processes we'll study in our next lecture, and please go through page number 59 and 60 very carefully to understand all these things deeply. And if you have any problem, then you are free to call. Thank you.